100% renewable energy plan for your home or business.
The gridiron isn't the only place Buckeye fans watch points pile up. They score the perks of game day at Giant Eagle and Market District 2. Ready-to-eat prepared foods.
Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Choice of where to treat it is clear. Then after to tie the game at 7-all. Then later in the second quarter, a special teams play set up Ohio State's next score. A bad punt snap. Well, the snap was actually good, but went through the hands of punter clock. Howard's score in the PAT brought us to the final margin of victory, 38-15. Ohio State hands Indiana their first loss of the year. Today's broadcast presented by Huntington. We'll have more of the Encova Insurance postgame show.
Indulgent classic Bob Evans mashed potatoes? Or is it that decadent union of pasta and cheese, Bob Evans mac and cheese? Is it farm fresh potatoes blended with real milk and butter for that just like homemade taste? Or is it the melting, gooey goodness of tender elbow macaroni smothered in real cheese sauce? Both are ready in just minutes. So, which delicious side will you choose? Find Bob Evans in the refrigerated section.
Anywhere giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule
after year. Get the seed you need from the people you trust. Contact your local FS Envision and High Soy retailer or visit FSC.
Stop the run, driving the last drive. Other than that, to me, it was dominating.
Coach, you spoke about the 5 sacks. How about your offensive line giving up 0 sacks coming into one of the teams that's been, pressured most teams they played all year long?
And, it's not something we want to bring a lot of attention to. Jim, I know you saw it there, just guys played their tails off.
Coach, you remember back in August during our radio show where you promised a punt return or kickoff return touchdown?
I did.
It came true today, baby. How about that, Caleb Downs?
The
spin.
The first couple guys missed. We really had a chance to return it, and then he just started making guys miss down the field. Unbelievable effort, and it flipped the game.
Coach, you almost got a tear. The unselfishness there by Travion Henderson. He busted 40 yards, 39. He stopped at the wall.
Too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst?
Pretty impressive because Indiana was only giving up 72 yards running the football, and Ohio State got a majority of that in that second half. Indiana came third down conversions there, so that was pretty good for, obviously you wanted to do a little bit better there. Fourth downs, Ohio State. No, here it's back.
Got it?
Yeah, it's crazy how it just blocked out. Individually for Ohio State, Will Howard, 22 of 26 for 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 85% completion rate there. Travion Henderson was our leading rusher. 9 carries. Jalen Walker was their leading tackler. He had 8 total tackles. Sean Asbury had 7 tackles.
And it seemed like the team also played with a little bit of an edge that was different today. What's the root of that?
There's probably a lot that goes into it, but that's the way. And I got to say, I thought the crowd was awesome. Teams, meetings every day and putting the work in that these guys are putting in. It's a great example to, a punt block and then and now a punt return for a touchdown. And those are big plays in matchup games. Those are the things that we got to have. I felt like we made some good a lot of credit. He's the one that heads up the punt return. And, he efforts on those plays because those are game-changing plays. And but give Caleb, all the credit he deserves.
About the game plan Jim put together or just what?
And we know what's coming and celebrate the guys who played really well and then move on because, it's easy just to move on, but there's a lot of work that gets put into a win like this, and it's a top 5 win. So there's a lot of things that we need to celebrate, and after a game like this, and you feel like, you want to make sure you're recognizing those guys, but like somebody said, it's going to be on in the next game quickly, and we got to learn from it, keep growing, because there is some things coming out of this game that, that wasn't.
Today's broadcast presented by Huntington. Again, the final score, 38-15. Ohio State defeats Indiana. We'll have more of the Encova Insurance postgame show coming up on the Ohio State Sports Network. Third down conversions, course and fire and security, protecting life and property since 1946 from knowledgeable salespeople to highly trained technicians. Corson provides the very best fire protection and security solutions to businesses throughout Ohio. Learn more at Corson.com. Now some post-game comments from Indiana head coach Curt Cignetti.
All right. Well, in life, all good things come to an end eventually. I give Ohio State a lot of credit. They dominated the football game. Thought we got off to a good start. And good football game there for a while, 7-7. came up with a turnover by all indications. They jumped off sides, which would have given us a first down. But we got called for the penalty. I'm not sure it was like a nightmare. We dropped a punt down back there. And really, we were fortunate to go into halftime. Only said big punt return. So I was proud of the way we fought back and got it to within 2 scores.
That's Indiana head coach Kurt Cignetti.
When you're playing against the Ohio States.
But I also needed the right support system. I remember seeing that Caresource Heart around town and just knowing they had my back. That's the
/Abbott to sign up. Positions for Ohio State athletics.
Back at Ohio Stadium, Skip.
Touchdown, Illinois! Touchdown, Illinois! Pat Bryant with a catch and run. Touchdown, Illinois! Can you believe?
Your 3:30 games are all late first quarter. Minnesota up on Penn State with the upset win over number 9 Ole Miss 24-17. 13th ranked SMU cruises past Virginia 33-7. Number 10 Georgia playing host to UMass this afternoon. The Dogs barked at the Minutemen.
Snap to Beck. Time, pump fake, throws it down the hash, into the end zone, caught at the 4, now into the end zone. Touchdown, Arian Smith, touchdown, Georgia.
Scott Howard on Learfield. Fourth quarter, Georgia leads UMass 59-21. Also in the fourth quarter, number 11 Tennessee shutting out UTEP 49-0. Your 3:30 games, first quarter, Texas leads Kentucky 7-0. Same score, Arizona State over BYU. Kansas a 7-0 first quarter lead at home over Colorado. Ditto with the score, Clemson over the Citadel 7-0 first quarter there. Games around the state this afternoon. Bowling Green leads at Ball State third quarter 10-7. Dayton falls to St. Thomas, Minnesota 25-3. NCAA Division II playoffs. Charleston leads Ashland 38-37 late fourth quarter there. Division III playoffs, John Carroll rolls past Mount St. Joseph 52-7. Ohio State 38, Indiana 15. That was your final as we send things back to the voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Giels.
Thank you, Skip, and we'll go downstairs to Matt Andrews.
We're outside the Buckeye locker room. Cody Simon joins us. You had quite a game. You led the team in tackles. Just the pride this defense took, especially after that first drive and as the game went, Cody.
Yeah, we just wanted to settle in. They got a good drive on us, but we know we got to go back to our training, and I think we did well and handled the moment well and came back and got a few stops.
The way the game turned in the third quarter, special teams, defense, all of it, offense got going. Does that speak to the consistency in which this team is playing as a whole right now?
I mean, we just wanted to keep hitting the hammer, keep fighting. We just wanted to keep going and keep pushing. That speaks to our practice during the week and just trying to get better every day.
Jack Sawyer's in the background there. You did have 3 sacks, but it was a sack party against the quarterback in that third quarter, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, what happened?
Third quarter was just a sack party at the quarterback.
I mean, when we can get teams behind schedule and let our D-line go, no one's gonna block them. They're the best in the country. So I'm thankful we have them up there, and just gotta keep playing hard and get ready for next week.
You ready for next week?
Yep, yeah, ready for next week. That's all we're here for. It's the biggest game of the year.
Cody, thanks for your time.
Appreciate you.
Cody Simon, fellas, back to you.
All right, Matt, thanks. Cody Simon playing like you would want a senior captain to play, Jim.
Exactly right. He is the captain. Him and Jack Sawyer in that defensive side of the football, and he was really filling the hole today. 2.5 sacks in that ball game. That's a career high hit for him. Every time he blitzed, he found ways to get home.
Again, the final score, 38-15. Ohio State defeats Indiana. Today's broadcast presented by Huntington. And we'll have more of the Encova Insurance postgame show coming up on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
For over 30 years, Schumacher Homes has been building affordable custom homes throughout the Buckeye State. Experience true customization on your land, your way, without any compromises. Come visit any of our 9 Ohio model home and design studio locations to see the latest in design trends and learn about our award-winning building process, or start online at SchumacherHomes.com. You'll be surprised how affordable a custom home will be. Schumacher Homes, proud home building sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold, so you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So, crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Looking for a drink that is bold, smooth, and naturally sweet? Look no further than Patron Añejo. Our tequilas are handmade, using traditional methods to deliver a signature flavor. Patron Añejo is the perfect blend of sophistication and complexity. Sip it neat, on the rocks, or with a splash of fresh pineapple juice. Made with just 3 natural ingredients: Blue Weber agave, yeast, and water. Patron is proudly additive-free. Patron Añejo, made by hand, crafted by passion. Drink responsibly. Imported by Patron Spirits Company, Coral Gables, Florida. Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. This is the Encova Insurance Buckeye Postgame Show on the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
38-15, Ohio State defeats Indiana. The Buckeyes scored 5.
For next week to be as important as it's going to be, it's always important, but today had to be important as well, and it was. A Mecca and what he brought.
I love that dude, man. So happy for him, have the game he had today, and get some, they were going to bring some movement. I thought they did a heck of a job, man, and that's where it all starts, man. If you can run the ball, it sets up everything else.
Are you excited for next week at least?
Can't wait.
Positions. And then just, his smartness, the way he, runs the game, manages the game for Ohio State. Him and Chip Kelly are obviously on a high level right now as far as their communication, understanding exactly what he has to do, getting the ball into people's hands. He had that one interception, but again, that ball was tipped around a little bit, and